Welcome to the PMP Exam Prep Bootcamp. Let us do a quick review of some of the basics of project management before taking a deep dive into the project management body of knowledge. What is a project? Projects are temporary in nature and have a definite beginning and a definite end. They are undertaken to create a unique product or service and are completed when their goals and objectives have been met and signed off by the stakeholders. A project's goals and objectives would typically be defined in terms of the scope of the project, the duration in which the project has to be completed, and the budget allocated to it. Project management involves managing all project resources, project risks, and differing stakeholder needs and expectations to deliver project objectives while meeting the quality standards. And programs are simply a group of related projects and usually include an element of ongoing activity. The concept of the Plan, Do, Check, Act, the PDCA cycle, was originally developed by Walter Shewhart. It was taken up and popularized by W. Edwards Deming, the famous quality management authority. It is also known as the Shewhart cycle or the Deming cycle. This is applied throughout the life of the project. Projects are usually divided into project phases to provide better management control and appropriate links to ongoing operations. Collectively, the project phases are known as the project life cycle. The life cycle serves to define the start and finish of a project. Projects often must be phased to reduce risk. PMBOK describes 5 process groups to organize and describe the work of a project. They are initiating, planning, executing, monitoring and controlling, and closing. The process groups are interrelated and dependent on one another. The integrative nature of the process groups is more complex than the basic Plan, Do, Check, Act cycle described earlier. However, the enhanced cycle can be applied to the interrelationships within and among the process groups. Plan component corresponds to the planning process group. Do component corresponds to the executing process group. Check and act components correspond to the monitoring and controlling process group. Project management is an integrative endeavor. An action or failure to take action in one area usually affects other areas. These interactions often require trade-offs among project objectives, and successful project management requires actively managing these interactions. The project groups are overlapping activities that occur throughout the project, where the output of one becomes the input for another process or is a deliverable of the project. The figure shows this overlap and also when the differing process groups are encountered during the project lifecycle. As the project manager, you are responsible for planning and organizing the project, managing its day-to-day activities, selecting and applying the processes within each process group, and ultimately delivering the project deliverables to the client project sponsor. And now you're ready for the bootcamp. Remember to read PMBOK chapters 1, 2, and 3 before the first day.